barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. So once again, I'm at the Tesla station getting charged, but I I, I want to make this video for the fighters, handlers, promoters. You guys need to understand something, and I'm gonna say this first. The reason why Deontay Wilder sold out the Barclay, and the reason why Errol Spence sold out in Texas, the reason why I went to the fight, the reason why I went to Errol Spence fight, because against Ocampo, it wasn't really a fight where I needed to go. But the reason why I went and I told Errol Spence this, because it was his celebration, it was his coming out party, and I wanted to be a part of that. So when years down the line, I can say I covered Errol Spence in his first fight at home. But the point of this video is, and I need you, if you are not a Mexican fighter, and I need you to fully understand where I'm coming from. This is not a racist video, but you need us and accept and invite us in if you want those numbers. Errol Spence sold out an arena that's never ever held a boxing match. Deontay Wilder sold out Barclay twice in the past 6 months. Obviously, March being the end of the 6 months, against Bermain Stavern and Luis King Kong Ortiz. The majority, I would say 70% of those fans were black. Whether it was in Dallas, Texas, or whether it was in Barclay Arena. And for that matter, the Russell brothers sold out their fight as well. People say that people get on and say black people don't spend money. They spend a lot of money, but in addition, in addition to accepting the black fans, we have this black media now. And it's not necessarily black media protecting black fighters, or I should say, in addition to protecting black fighters, one, they want the best to fight the best, and they want to hold people accountable, and we get to cover fights, right? But what's not being accepted is us, and what the numbers will show is we're not coming. The greatest example that I can give is Daniel Jacobs and Jarrell Big Baby Miller in the same arena, in their hometown, in the same arena Deontay Wilder sold out against Bermain Stavern, which was a lesser opponent. Okay, Deontay Wilder versus King Kong Ortiz, we would expect that to be a close to a sellout, end up being a sellout, but you still got to promote. You still need the person in the ring, right? Deontay Wilder knocked a guy out in less than a minute and a half, and the crowd went crazy. The crowd went ballistic. You understand what I'm saying? So I just want promoters to fully understand what the hell is going on. You can do politics as usual or business as usual, and you'll get the same results that you've been getting. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason why Terence Crawford numbers aren't great is because Top Rank hasn't embraced us. If Top Rank embraced us, I guarantee you Terence Crawford would do the same numbers Errol Spence do. You understand? I was at his fight in January. I would say about 12,000 people was in Barclay for Errol Spence main event. I was there against Lamont Peterson. I would say that. And I'm excited to where boxing is headed. And it's not necessarily I want a fair handshake. It's either get down or lay down. You know, it's that's the option. How do you want it? You know, because we're not going anywhere, and it's best that you guys reconsider and make it happen, man. Because business is booming, according to Errol Spence and Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean? And we have some other fighters that are coming. But at the end of the day, if you want, and this message to Eddie Hearn, you said they can't stop us. Well, let me tell you this. We already did. One, because you responded. And two, you only had 7,700 people, 7,500 people in a 15,000 person arena. We've already stopped you. We're taking money out of your pocket. And just go a step further. If you want the Zone app to be successful, guess who you need? You need us. You need us to promote the fight. You using Fight Hype. I mean, it's very apparent how you use Fight Hype. He was the only person to get an exclusive. That rap was totally set up for him to be cool, for him to get some cool points with our culture. It ain't happening. You know why? You know why it ain't happening? Because a person like me didn't do the interview. So it doesn't sound real. It's not authentic when Ben says, well, you want to leave the audience with something, comment, maybe a rap. And then Anthony Joshua points at this guy and he starts beatboxing. Like that wasn't orchestrated. You know, Eddie Hearn, you can't fool us. All right? Eddie Hearn, you can't not fool us. We're not, you think you can. You think you could just march into Barclay with Anthony Joshua and assume it's going to be a sellout? I dare you to put Anthony Joshua in the Barclay. I dare you. I dare you. I triple dog dare you. It wouldn't happen. You can use Fight Hype. You can use Fight Up. That's not our culture. That's not us. That's not us. And thank God that working class, it's not just black, y'all. It's working class, I would say predominantly men. I would say 80% men, 20% women. Working class men and women that trust our voice. And whether they hear it from me or whether they hear, I don't want to be like I'm choosing favorite, whether they hear it from another media outlet that aligns itself with my mission statement. We may disagree on some other things in boxing, but the mission statement, they trust us. And Eddie Hearn, you're not getting the Mexican fans. Let's be clear. You're in the wrong. First of all, you're in the wrong region. If you were a smart businessman, if you were a genius businessman, you didn't know you didn't have us. I would have flew Anthony Joshua out to LA and did a press conference. You're already here. It's just another 5-hour flight, but you didn't do it. I would have put Anthony Joshua. I would have brought him to LA, spent that $10,000-$20,000, whatever it costs, and put him in front of LA media. Maybe a workout. Put him in a ring or something in his natural environment. He looked real stiff. He looked real stiff in a place where he didn't feel comfortable on the DS. But you don't know that. I can tell. He looked shook. He looked very uncomfortable. And it's only gonna get worse because you know what? They hear our voices 20 times to your one. They hear Anthony Joshua ran your 20 times to your one that he didn't. So I wish you well, but all roads go through us. Keep in mind, Top Rank did it that way. They only got 7,500 for Earl Spence fight. Everybody's trying. Everybody's trying to duplicate this magic, but it can't happen not unless we embrace you. There's something to be said about let's just go around the gamut. There's something to be said about where you can take your tie off and sit in front of Ness in the boxing voice and disagree, and it's cool. There's something to be said when Bomac comes on to the Smoke City Mobcast and shoots the shit and disagrees 100% with Black Fight Fan and then hang up and everything is still okay. There's something to be said. You're dealing with men on some level. I don't know everyone personally, but you're dealing with men on some level. All right. Now you can pay for a propaganda machine. You can play. You can play and pay. But it's not gonna last long. We're gonna begin to see right through it. All right. And if you want to win, one, you got to make the Anthony Joshua Deontay Wilder fight, and you got to be transparent. If you choose not to be one or the other, the Zone will not work in America. All right. It is impossible because you're telling people to do 3 things to watch a fight when all we got to do is hit power and punch in 507, whatever channel HBO and Showtime is on. You're asking a person to spend $10, right? 70% of America is living paycheck to paycheck. You're asking them to give up Tidal, Hulu, or Netflix. You're asking them to give that up for the Zone or add $120 a year. It can only happen not unless we validate it. And you think and the comment section always gonna go crazy. I'm gonna say your comments already, so you guys can just, oh, you're delusional, you're a racist, you have no idea what you're talking about. We don't need y'all. What else? You're just a short little midget who doesn't know anything about boxing. What else? What else can y'all call me? Ugly, poor, broke. What else can y'all call you? I'm giving y'all the 8 Mile treatment. Now, I've totally disarmed you, so there's no reason for you to put that in the comment section. I get all of that, all right? And I read the comments. I can't read all the comments, though, but I read the majority of them because you guys take the time to write it. But you guys put negative comments in the comment section and think that it's going to move me or sway me. It doesn't do anything to me. Literally does nothing. I will never block you, so feel free to post as much as you want. And it doesn't. So continue to do it. Continue to watch the video from beginning to end and get angry. Get visceral. Like I want your anger to be visceral. Like to the point where it ruins your day. Like you got to go back. Like you can't help but type a comment in the comment section. Like that's what I like. That's literally what I like and what I want to see. So anyways, man, Eddie Hearn, you got your warning shot. You know, you were in Brooklyn, you were in New York. Biggie just gave you a warning shot. All right, that's a hip hop reference. So you got your warning shot. You know how Anthony Joshua will be received from this point on. If you want to win, you need to make the Anthony Joshua Deontay Wilder fight, and you need to be transparent. All right, it's not by accident that working class boxing fans are in love. Working class American boxing fans are in love with Mikey Garcia, are in love with Errol Spence, are in love with Sean Porter, are in love with Deontay Wilder on some level. Why? Because they come off as very transparent, right? They come off as very transparent and hard workers, right? The gimmicks are up. You know, at the end of the day, people, we work so hard. You understand? Like, I work hard for my money. I'm in an electric car right now because I value a penny, because I value a nickel. I don't want to, thank you, brother. I don't want to pay for gas. Like, I value every dollar that I make. You understand what I'm saying? So, and guess what? Every other American feels the same exact way. We can't waste nothing. So, when you get it, it'll probably be too late. But I'll let this be a lesson learned to all the young fighters. Reach out. Literally send an email to someone that aligns himself with Deontay Wilder, Errol Spence, you know, Sean Porter's of the world, PBC, Terence Crawford, Bomac, whatever. Whoever you see fit, because at the end of the day, you're going to need an army behind you. You can't win a war with one gun. Alright, so anyways, man, I'm about to charge my car. I'll do another video while the car is charging. Barbershop Conversations, man. Feel free. Hit the subscribe button. Also, want to say, follow me on Instagram, too. Follow me. I'm so dumb. I don't have to take the phone out. But follow me on the Instagram. Silent Heroes. We got another community. July 29th, we're doing another haircut for the community. Kids can come out and get a free haircut. I'm going to try and have some fighters come out. I'm going to tell some fighters fight week. Hopefully they'll come out. You understand what I'm saying? And we'll move forward from there. So anyways, man, Barbershop Conversations. July 29th. So if you're in LA, DM me and we'll get your kids. So it's from 10 to 2, July 29th in Inglewood. So you guys know I'm just confirmed that. And we'll move forward from this. Anyways, man, Barbershop Conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. And Eddie Hearn and the people who are like Eddie Hearn, you need us. I don't know Lou DiBella personally, but he goes in full circles in terms of the media. He talks to everybody. Same intensity. He understands. He has a great understanding. He acknowledges that the culture is there. I'll say that again. Lou DiBella acknowledges that the culture is there. He wears Roberto Clemente throwback jersey. It's not that it's Roberto Clemente. It's the fact that he wore a throwback jersey. You know, Steven Espinoza acknowledges that the culture is there. He wore a free Meek Mill sweater. I mean, I'm just being real. I'm being real G with you, Eddie Hearn. You can't come in. Okay, here's the life lesson that you guys need to understand. Sometimes in life, you got to meet people where they are. Eddie Hearn comes in a suit, blue eyes, white. We already don't trust you. All right? And yes, it has to deal with slavery, and it's been passed on through generation and generation, but it's just the psyche of America. No man fully ever trusts a white man with blue eyes in a suit. You may work for him, you may do work for him, you may align yourself with him, but do you 100% trust him? No. If you are a white promoter, a white manager, you got to meet people where they are. That's why John Calipari is successful. He goes to them. He doesn't say, "Hey, come down to Kentucky. You know, come down to Memphis. You know, come down to UMass." You understand? You understand what I'm saying? He doesn't shake their hand like he's in the corner office in a high rise. He shakes their hand like he's in their house every time. I don't know. I noticed that. I'm not saying he's a perfect man. I'm just talking about how he sells himself, how he presents himself. I've never met John Calipari. So, but Eddie Hearn, I'm giving you some gems, and the reason why I'm giving you these gems because I want Wilder Joshua. I want Wilder Joshua, and hopefully it happens. Now we got to wait till at least April, and Povetkin might expose him. You know, Povetkin is a left hook master. You know, so we'll see. So you got to meet people where they are. You understand? You don't ask when you meet a homeless, when you have your neighborhood homeless man. You don't put him in a suit and say, "Come with me." You meet him where he are. You get to know him, right? You know, first it starts off with a bottle of water, then it starts off with lunch, and then it may be $5, and then it may be $10, and then you find out his story, and then you find out that his wife killed herself or something like that, and he's been homeless ever since, and then you may help him get him resources, and you know, and then he becomes a better person. I don't know, but there are steps, and the most important thing I said, I'll say it again, because I want my subscribers to fully understand. You got to meet people where they are. You know, like gangbangers in LA. You can't just walk up to them and say, you can't do this in this hood. You got to meet people where they are, you know, and that's just the truth of the matter. So anyways, man, Barbershop Conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys, and I'll talk to you guys real soon. Peace.